Is allergy season causing you all sorts of problems? Are your sinuses a wreck? Well, try Buldak 2X. It'll clear you out just like an ex in a nasty divorce. Are you a medium to high functioning anxious person like I am? Go ahead and grab yourself a pack of Buldak 2X. Go read the reviews. Your anxiety will go through the roof. What's up, YouTube? If you recall in my last video, we were reviewing the Devil of Fire ramen. Comes in at 14,444 Scoville units, claiming to be the spiciest ramen in the world. After doing some digging on the interwebs, a lot of folks are claiming that the Buldak Spicy 2X is actually hotter. It's hard to believe because Buldak only claims 10,000 Scoville heat units versus the 14,444. That's what happens when you're the self-proclaimed hottest ramen in the world. You can maybe make up your own numbers. There's only one way to find out which is the true spiciest ramen in the world. For those who are joining us for the first time, my name's Chase, and this is the Ramen Review, where we review all things ramen, instant, restaurants, recipes, add-ons, etc. So if that's your cup of tea, you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because that's all we'll be doing. But for now, let's get slurping. So let's start at the beginning of the story. The original Samyang Buldak. It's one of my favorites. It comes in at, I think, 4,400 Scoville units. So it's not too spicy, just spicy enough. But the flavor is amazing. The noodles are amazing. In Korean, Buldak means fire chicken. In the year 2017, Samyang wanted to commemorate the year of the fire rooster by releasing the Buldak 2X. There's a word in here that they added, hike. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm offending anyone. Hike or hike in Korean means nuclear. So now we have nuclear fire chicken. This is only intended to be a limited run, but it had such success that they decided to continue it. And when they continued it, they bumped it up from the original Buldak 2X spicy was 8,800 Scoville units, I believe. And when they continued, they bumped it up to 10,000 Scoville heat units. For those of you who are not familiar with Scoville heat units, it's basically a measurement of heat based off the concentration of capsaicin. Capsaicin is what makes peppers taste hot and tingly and spicy on our tongues. Sriracha comes in at 2,200 Scoville units, where this comes in at 10,000 Scoville units. So 4 something times spicier. I can't do math, so correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, and I know I am. You may have heard of the fire noodle challenge, or maybe the nuclear noodle challenge. Well, this is exactly what they're referring to. This is what they're eating in those challenges. I've never had this. Again, I love the original, but I'm kind of nervous. You can see maybe in the camera that I'm shaking a little bit. Another thing that's going to make this seem hotter than the Devil of Fire is that the Devil of Fire was served soup style, meaning it had broth, where this is served stir-fry style. No broth. The broth in the Devil of Fire was the hottest part. It's where all the spices kind of sank and it just concentrated in the broth. And the noodles were still plenty hot, but the broth was definitely next level. These are served stir-fry style, meaning there's no liquid to dilute the spice. Noodles are just going to be bathed in murder sauce. I'm really looking forward to that. Speaking of, look at this cute little Hochi, just carrying a bowl of noodles, breathing a little bit of fire. She looks sweet enough. Well, Hochi's now an angry bird. She's now replaced her noodles with a bomb. She's breathing a giant black flame. But, I mean, in hindsight, she's never looked very happy. I mean, I probably wouldn't be either if I've gone through life with only one sock. Looking at the back, we have 550 calories. Let's skip the sodium. Let's ignore the carbs. The sugars don't exist, but it does have 13 grams of protein. It's basically health food. Now, let's see what's inside the package. Noodles everywhere. Once again, one giant brick of instant noodles. It's not really very surprising, is it? And then in this one, we have 2 packs. This one, I believe, is the not fun one. The one that's gonna ruin our day tomorrow. And this just says flakes. It's kind of transparent. It looks like maybe seaweed and sesame seeds. I guess we can take a look. Exactly what that is. Probably couldn't see that, could you? I'm not a huge fan of all that add-on, but there's not a whole lot in there. Should we cheat just a little? Just a little. There's just a tiny amount on there. I don't want to give it away too much. That's hot. It was good though. To paraphrase Mr. White, let's get cooking. To get started, we need to put our noodles into 20 ounces or 600 milliliters of boiling water and cook for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, we got to drain out most of the water. It says keep about 8 tablespoons of water. I'm not going to do that to a science. I don't even know how I would do that. And then put liquid sauce into the noodles and stir fry for 30 seconds. Add the flakes, stir well, and serve. All right, since this is a soupless version and I only have one camera at the moment, I decided to put this on a plate so you can kind of see my progress a little bit better. I think I have a little bit more than 8 tablespoons of water in there. I'll look it up, I'm not afraid. I did say to put this in while it's in the bowl, but I just kind of wanted to do it real time so you can all see. It's just little chunks of seaweed and sesame. Overall, that looks really good. Here, let's give you an overhead. I just licked the chopsticks and they were spicy. It's all good. That looks amazing. It smells amazing. I'm legit nervous. I'm shaking. I was shaking last time, but I think that was mostly because it was my first time in front of a camera, and it's nerve-wracking. But I'm nervous about this one. But it smells so good. Don't forget to stay to the end to see my final review and rating of the Buldak 2X. Wish me luck. So first initial thought, I haven't had stir-fry noodles in a while. I kind of prefer soup-based ramen, but you can't really slurp these. A little too dry. But damn, that's a really good flavor. Noodles are great. They're kind of, I don't know, bouncy. That is really good. The spice is starting to kick in a little bit. I can feel the sweat starting. But that's a really good spice. It doesn't have that kind of artificial chemically flavor, which is ironic. The name on the package calls out that it's artificial flavor, but I mean, aren't they all? Some more than others. That is really good. It tastes almost identical to the original, just with a little more spice, well, a lot more spice. It's got this kind of barbecue flavor. I don't know, maybe that's the right word, I don't know. Smoky, barbecue-ish. I'm not sure. It's definitely hot. We'll see as it goes on, but as of right now, the Devil of Fire had just an instant kick. And again, I feel like that's kind of that chemically artificial thing I'm talking about. When it touches your tongue, you just know that you're in trouble. I kind of feel like this one's a slow burner. It's gonna keep getting spicier as I keep getting hotter internally. But overall, this is amazing. I'd reorder this all day. The spice is definitely starting to kick up a notch. I can feel it on the sides of my tongue. Forehead's definitely getting sweaty, eyebrows. Tell me, if any of you have this, does anyone get their eyelids sweaty? My eyelids always get sweaty, and this is making my eyelids get sweaty. Is that weird? Yeah, it's definitely a builder. Like, the heat is building. It might catch up to the Devil of Fire. It's building. It is getting hot. I did the Devil of Fire review 2 nights ago. Yesterday was not fun, if you know what I mean. Today I was finally feeling normal. Looks like I'll be in that same position tomorrow. Guess I'm a glutton for punishment, glutton for ramen. If you don't do spice, you should definitely stay away from this. If medium is hot to you, you should stay away from this. Unless you're ordering a 10 out of 10 at a restaurant, you should stay away from this. It's still building. At first I could feel it on the sides of my tongue the most. But now I kind of feel it going down the back of my throat, at the tip of my tongue, even my lips. My eyelids are sweating. Comment below if your eyelids sweat when you get hot. If I'm just weird. Down to those kind of little noodles that are hard to get. Also, I kind of suck at using chopsticks. So, this last little bit might be comedy for you. What is that? All right. Don't make fun of me. You can make fun of me. I don't care. But I can't get those last ones. If I was in a fancy setting, I would be a little more. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's hot. Kind of lost my train of thought because it's hot and that's all I can think about. It's hot. That was really good. I would eat that over and over and over again. Wouldn't eat it every day. I don't think my stomach would like that. I don't think my doctor would like that. Like I mentioned in the last video, I tried to rank my scores based off a couple things. Noodles, how good is the noodle texture? The broth, kind of the flavor. And when we're doing spicy, we talk about spice level. The noodles, 8 out of 10. I'm gonna go higher. 8.5 out of 10. The flavor, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Delicious. Spice, I'm gonna give it about an 8.5 out of 10. Overall, this was really, really good. I haven't really calculated my scores in any way, but based off the scores I just provided, I don't know if it's an average or not. But with all those things into consideration, I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. Hey, this time I didn't have to get a tissue, so I'll consider that a slight win. I need one now. Jinxed myself. So there you have it. Delicious ramen. 100% would recommend if you're able to handle your spice. If not, I would recommend staying far, far away. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you saw, if you like anything ramen related, whether it's instant, restaurants, add-ons, you name it, that's all we're going to be doing on this channel. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification button because that's all we're going to be doing on this channel, and I'm going to be uploading regularly. Also, comment below if there's anything you would like me to try. If I can get my hands on it, I'll do it. Until next time, thank you so much.